Hello there, it's Tyler Mahan. I just want to come to you and share a story from my latest book, Three Men and a Barrel. If you look down in the description below, you'll find a link to the Amazon page where you can purchase that book. It's ebook or paperback, whichever you prefer. If you have already purchased the book, thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you who support the work that I'm doing. This story involves why my book is named Three Men and a Barrel. In the early days of Better Barnes, there were four of us that worked together as a crew. And the other three men were all significantly older than I was. I was about 18 or 19 years old. Those men were ranged from about 35 to 50. And during this time, I was, as most 19-year-olds, striving to impress these older men I worked with. And we would use, when we built the building, the first thing that we would do is we would start with the skids, the runners that go underneath the building. And at that time, we used solid timbers, which would be the entire length of the shed. So on a 30-foot shed, we would use a 30-foot long timber, and these were 6-inch by 6-inch timbers, and so very large. They weighed about 350 to 400 pounds. So I would get one of the skids and I would wrestle it off of the forks and struggle and strain to take it into the shop. A lot of times one end may be dragging some, and get it in there, put it where it goes, and I would feel really good about myself. The other men, they would team up on the timber, three of them, and they would pick it up gently off of the forks of the forklift, and they would set one end, the leading end, onto a barrel, a 55-gallon drum. And then they would just simply push the skid and let the barrel do the work of rolling into the shop till it was where it went. And then they would very gently take the end that was still up in the air, pick it up. A couple of them would, the other one would drag the barrel out from under it. They would gently lay the skid down, and they just made it look so easy. And I made so much fun of them for doing it that way rather than doing it the hard way like I did, because I felt like that I was being so tough and so much more manly than they were. And looking back on it now, obviously, I do not see things the same way. And if you read the book, you see some of my thoughts about that. But I told the men at that time, I said, if I ever write a book about my time at Better Barnes, it's going to be called Three Men and a Barrel. And so that's where the name of this book came from. It's been something I've wanted to work on for at least 15 or 16 years. I've had it on my mind to write a book about my experiences with the men at Better Barnes and the women who've worked with us through the years. And really, what I'd like for you to take away from my stories is that you don't have to go on a great search in other places and some great philosophy to find humor and inspiration and joy, but it's really all around us on our daily work. You can find it if you just look for it. And so I would encourage you, if you haven't already read the book, I'd love for you to read it and give me some feedback about some things that you gleaned from it. It's mostly just stories from my days as a shed builder for the past 17, 18 years. And I really appreciate all of the support that folks have given me about this book. I hope that you'll read it. I hope that you'll let me know what you liked about it. Uh, Give a like on this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video.